Hello and welcome to Steve's Backyard Bonsai. I want to show you my burning bush. This is turning into a nice upright tree. It's going to have quite a big canopy because of how I've let it grow to this point. But I want to talk about the things I've done to this tree and the things I'm going to do differently next year. So what I did is when all of the buds came out and all of the branches started to grow, I did my branch selection. But I also pruned them all back to the shape that I wanted it. And what that did was, it didn't do anything negative to the tree, but what that did, it deprived me of the fiery burning bush effect at the end of the year. All I'm getting is these old leaves. I would like to have seen how the newer, the extended leaves react to the change of season, and I probably would get a flash of color. Here I'm just getting, these are the same leaves that first came out. This is a single flush. You can see beautiful buds, and I'll be pruning to them in this video, but it will not have a second flush. So what I'm going to do is clean up the landscape like I've done with the last couple of trees. I'm just going to clear this all out. I'll put a layer of new, just for aesthetics, a layer of new bonsai soil on top just to clear it up. And then we'll get back to the canopy. So I'll come back when that's done and we'll take a look at it. I'll let you look at it right now too. Okay, so here's that weed that came in a plant from a different state. Here's some moss from my yard. I'm just going to be pulling that out. Here's that plant again. Here's some, I don't know what this is. And here's some clover here too. It's all coming out. All right, I haven't filled in the soil yet because I want to point something out. I hope you can see this. I'm encountering something hard on this side right here, which is, I did, when I replanted this, I did gain this much from the original nursery pot, but I had to curtail my explorations over here. And I'm not going to really know if there's anything I can do about that until I repot this, and I have no plans to do that. But I am going to pile the soil up on an angle, as if this is growing on a little bit of a slope. I kind of would like that. And this is a nice, it's got a beautiful trunk, and I love my upright trees. This looks like it could be a nice specimen someday, maybe growing on a little hillside. So that's how I'm going to fill it in. We'll come back and work on the canopy. All right, here it is all filled in. You can quite easily see the line from the nursery pot down to the bottom, and I hope that coloration goes away because it hasn't yet. It's got me a little worried, and you might not be able to see it, but there is a slope down. It may not stay that way, but it's there now. So let's work on the canopy. I'll try and zoom in on every area that I'm working on. I'm going to start up here. All right, I'm zoomed way in. Let's see if we can see what I did. Okay, I wanted something to happen here, so I pruned it there, and something did happen here. I got this little branch. I'm going to let it grow because it's the lowest thing on the tree, and I need something low. So I've got buds all over it. I think it's going to bud out from here. That's fine with me. I'm going to leave that leaf on because there's a bud on that side as well. That's probably the one that I'm going to want to grow. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take the bud off of this side. There are some buds further down, and believe me, there will be branches everywhere on this tree. And I'm going to take these lower leaves off so I can see what's happening. So I've got buds right here and here that are in a good location. I'm going to take the tip off of this. I could actually go down further, and I might. Yeah, they're not the most advantageous direction, but I want to go down that much further there because I do have strong buds. Here I've got some weak buds, but I don't have a chance till way up here to get lower branching. So I'm going to take this one off here, and I do have some weak buds down here. I can take this down to here because I see some little buds, but I don't trust them. It looks like I have to trust them. I'm going to. There are buds. I haven't seen this like just shed a branch for no reason. All right, here, ideally I would want something growing out from here and here. And it does look like a pretty good bud right there. If I wait till up here, the buds are front and back. So while I don't really have a front to this tree, I don't think I can risk this one because that bud looks terrible. So I'm going to cut this one here. This one, I do want the bud out in this direction, so I'm going to cut this one here. And that's got this pruned up not really the way I want it. If I could rely on these little buds here, I would, but I can't, so I'm going to rely on the ones further up. All right, let's go to the next set of branches up here. Okay, these guys. If I were to pick a front of this tree, which I better do, I like this as the front. Let me mark that. All right, that's marked as the front, right there. Let's get back to that branch. I don't think I need this branch. Get some cut paste on it. Rubber cement. I'll put a dab on the end of all these too. And I'm going to cut the end off of here and one of the buds. So the other bud will grow out this way toward the top. This I'm just going to clean up the pruning stub. And the one in the middle here, if I can get it. Those are tight. Here, well, I've got decent buds at this level, but they're going in the wrong direction. But if I get further branching up higher, that's what I want. This has to have a big canopy. This one I can cut to here nicely. This one to here. These are kind of black. I don't really think those are viable. I got to cut to here. And once again, next year, I'll do my branch selection just like I did this year. But the branches that I leave on the tree, I'm going to leave to grow. I'm not going to prune them back. Oh, come on. This deadwood's pretty hard. All right, that's got this branch pruned up. Just let me see if I can go down further on this branch, or if I want to. I do want to back here. Those are good buds. And I'm just going to go down a little bit more on this. That's just a pruning stub, but I'm going to leave those two to grow. Okay, now moving up to the big old apex, and this is an asymmetrical harp. It's kind of harp shaped, you know, high on one end and it goes down like this. Comes down a little bit like that, an asymmetrical triangle. All right, let's look at the apex. This has a viable bud here on top of that leaf, so I'm going to take this off. Above that, and here I've got buds there, but they're not very vigorous looking. I'm going to go to here. Now this is, you know, it's not the crown, but it, let's see, will it block this? I may end up losing this branch. Yeah, but it might give me some greenery halfway up here. Okay. The tippy top. I've got good buds right here. I'm going to take it off there, and I'm going to bite off the interior bud. So it forces growth out that way. I've got a bud on the top here, so I can take this back. And I've got buds out the side here that are small, but they look viable. You know, these are the ones that the tree is expecting to push out next year. I'm expecting these two way down here. Let's see who wins. This branch. All right, I'm debating taking this part off of this branch. And I think I'm done debating. I think I'm doing it. I do want to keep this horizontal one, I think. It might be awkward, but let's see. Yeah, I got to clean that up, but I think that was the right move. Yeah, I'm not done here yet. This part. I'm going to let that one, that going out the back, just keep going. You know, I've got a bud right here. So right after it forks. This one, this is my front. I'm thinking of taking this branch right off. So this will continue up this way from the front. And I've got a bud there and there, so I can take this one back to here. And that's my king, that's my apex right there. This bud I'm going to take off. It's not the best, but this tree is healthy. It's doing well. It'll get through the winter all right. Okay, now I've got my angled down a little bit for the left side of the asymmetrical triangle. I have a bud here and here. Not as big as these buds, because the tree was expecting to grow from here. I'm changing that expectation. Okay, tree, don't get mad at me. And here again, the tree was expecting to grow from here, but I have buds below it that look okay. I'm trying to force the growth back. This guy back here, does it do anything for me? It doesn't. I'm going to, if it grew from here and up into the canopy, I'd be okay with it. From the front, I got a bud here if that grows up. If it doesn't grow up, I'll just snip that whole thing off. That's not a bad transition there. This one that comes forward, I've got nice buds down here, so I can take this one back. Got that enigmatic back branch, which you can't even see from the front. I'm taking that off, this guy. And there's a nice collar formed there. So to me that means the tree was thinking about the same thing. That should heal over beautifully. This is fortunate. I have a bud here, and I want to come down this far. So I think that is good fortune that I'm seeing that. There's another bud on the other side, but I'm going to cut that one off. So this bud will now grow in this direction and fill that out. These buds back here, so that'll grow this way. I think I'm going to take this section off. This one's kind of big. This one's kind of big. And this last one, cut to there. And my burning bush is set to grow for another season. Boy, would I love some back budding down here. You never know. All right, that's my burning bush. Give it a spin around. You're looking at the front. Here's the right-hand side. Here's the back. Here's the left-hand side. And back to the front. Burning bush all set for next year. Thanks for keeping me company in my backyard.